Well, I have a very exciting unboxing for us today. This is an item, a handbag, that I saw in a Runway show about 6 months or so ago. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, I have to have that. And now it's here. And it's from a brand that I love. I have a lot of their bags, and I know a lot of you love them too. I bet there won't be any other videos of this bag on YouTube either. There may be a couple here and there. It's possible, but I would almost put money on this being the only one. It's a very special piece. So stick around and see what exciting new handbag is in this box. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury handbags and small goods to the everyday luxuries of life. If that sounds interesting to you, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post new videos, and be sure to like the videos that you enjoy. And one of the perks of subscribing to my channel is you get to see my community posts on your YouTube homepage, where I post deals, discount codes, sales, and rare finds related to these beautiful things we love. If this bag is still available, I will have it linked below. When I purchased it, it was the very last one. And then the next day, more popped up. So I did buy it with a little bit of fear of missing out. Even though I knew I wanted it when I saw it in the Runway show, I was still a little iffy about it. I'll talk to you about why. So I don't know if it'll keep popping up, the availability of it, and I'm making sure to get this video out promptly after this bag's release. I just got it in the mail tonight. So let's get into this, shall we, and see what we got and if we like it. First, let's find the front of the box so we can open it. It has been sliced open with the trusty green ceramic knife slicer opener. Flap of the box is being unflapped, and it is opening, and it is from Coach. I did ask for gift wrapping, and they're usually quite good about that. There we are. Pull this baby out. There's a little card. Thank you for shopping at Coach. Oh, we are undoing the ribbon. The lid is slowly coming off. Tissue paper is stuck to the glue of the box. The box isn't in great shape, kind of torn. It's a little disappointing, but that's all right. Look at this, Coach does it right. This is the second bag I have received recently with gift wrapping that has tissue paper pillows like Chanel and Hermes. Louis Vuitton, take note. Not that they will, but we can keep telling them, can't we? Wishful thinking. Oh, I see the bag. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's nice. Let's get her all out. Ooh, it's so soft. Here's the front of the bag. Just a very quick, patented Autumn Beckman spin of this bag. And I'm gonna get all this stuff out so we can see the bag in its full glory. This, by the way, is from the Coach Spring 2022 collection. That's the year this is, correct? As I am taking the 20 minutes it's gonna take to get all this stuff off of here, because Coach wraps their bags so well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the collection. I don't have like a big history on it, just some things I remember from seeing it on the runway, and oh, the size of this bag is great too. This collection, I think everything I can remember at the moment is a Cashin bag, or a redesigned Cashin bag. So Bonnie Cashin was a designer with Coach a while back, a few decades ago, and she's their most famous designer, as I gather. Bonnie Cashin vintage bags are very collectible. I learned that as I got into vintage Coach last year. Wow, everything is just packed so well. They had little pieces of, well, big pieces of cardboard to protect each of the surfaces. Every little thing had styrofoam. Not the best thing for the environment, but wow, this is a beautiful bag. Really glad I got it. Okay, we're nearly there, folks, and I've barely gotten into telling you anything about this collection. So the collection had a bunch of these redone Cashin totes, which are a pretty specific style, and some of them are just different colored leathers or different textures. Like there were several tweed bags, which I didn't see being released in the bags that were actually released. I haven't seen those on the website, so I don't know if they're not coming out at all or if they just haven't come out yet. Who knows? And then some of the totes had trompe-l'oeil on them. If you don't know what trompe-l'oeil is, it's an art term. This is where, like, if you see on the side of a building a window painted so that it is supposed to look like there's actually a window there, that's trompe-l'oeil. Something that's painted on a flat surface that's supposed to look 3D and like it's supposed to be there. Some of these tote bags have these belt buckles running across them, and those are in bright spring colors and pastels. I put this collection in a community post recently, so I know a lot of you saw that. And then some of these bags, and this is one of them, featured images from iconic establishments in New York City City. And of course, Coach is an American company, and more specifically, they're a New York City company. That's where they were founded, and that's where they still are. In fact, their headquarters are still in the original building where the Coach factory was. I love Coach. I appreciate their history. I enjoy their vintage bags. I don't have any Bonnie Cashin bags, no vintage ones, but I appreciate her, what she did for Coach, her designs, and I like some of the Cashin totes that they've come out with. I also appreciate New York City because I used to live there, and I very much appreciate this particular landmark that's celebrated on this bag, and that is Pearl Paint. They're no longer open, but they were a very famous art store in Manhattan. They were down on Canal Street. So while I was living there and I was down there shopping for fake bags on Canal Street, I was also shopping at Pearl Paint for my art supplies because I lived in New York twice, and the first time I lived there I was in art school, so I needed a lot of art supplies. So when this bag popped up on the runway in the Coach show last year, that's why I said I have to have that. Not only is it a Coach handbag, which I love, it's New York, which I love, and it's Pearl Paint, which I also love. So this bag had to be mine. Now let me tell you a couple reservations I had about it. Also, the price point was lower than I thought it would be. I thought it was very reasonable for this being a bag that would be in limited production, something that sold out quickly and then came available the next day, and last time I checked was sold out again. I thought it might be at least close to $1,000, if not over. It was half that. It was $550. I thought that was really good for what this bag is. It's a really special piece. Plus it has that heritage with Bonnie Cashin. The one thing that I really worried about with this bag is the handles, and this is a Bonnie Cashin thing. The handles for the size of the bag in particular are just, they look really tiny and flimsy, right? They look like they would hurt your hands if you're carrying the bag around, and maybe they will once I have some weight in it. And this bag empty does have some weight. It is all leather outside, and it's not a small bag. It's 32 inches across, so it's a little, it's 32 centimeters across, so it's a little more than a foot wide. Let me give you the actual dimensions here, why don't I? It's 13 inches across the bottom, 11 inches high, and 5 inches deep. Now, if this was any other tote bag and I saw handles like this, I'd be out of here, but because I know that that's a Bonnie Cashin thing, I can deal with it. And also I can deal with it because it has this beautiful shoulder strap in the same beautiful glove tanned leather. On the bottom of the bag, you can see that it has 4 feet, which is, as styled by Gwenny says, a basic human right. And then it also says on the bottom, stamped in gold and debossed a bit, original glove tanned leather. The strap is adjustable and will make it much easier to carry. I will do mod shots before we are done, but let me give you an overview of this bag. Here's the front where we have the Pearl Paint logo. Now, I do kind of wish that was a different color. Red's not my color, and you know, but it is what it is. The windows, Pearl Paint, and the words underneath Pearl Paint, which say World's Largest Art and Graphic Discount Center. Those are all debossed into the bag. I'm not sure how clear that will be. I think you can see some of it there. And then on the back of the bag, you can see this more easily. The leather is a little darker. It's like vignetted around the edges, so it looks a bit aged, which I think is so pretty. So you could wear the bag like this. If you don't want the design showing, you could also wear it with the design showing. Oh, and also I had to have this bag because I teach art. So this will be my art teacher conference and meeting handbag, my go-to. Everyone will be jealous. The hang tag is the regular Coach leatherware hang tag. It says the same thing on the front and back. Nothing special about that, which surprises me. I thought it might say something a little different. The story patch inside does say something a little different. Let's take a look at the inside of the bag now. It is lined in fabric. It's a lovely two-toned fabric. It looks like it's one tone there, but when you look really closely, there are 2 different colored threads, a really light one and then like a hazelnut, the same color as the story patch. On the back there, it has this one big zippered pocket, and the chain on that pocket is the same little chain that's on the vintage handbag. So in that big pocket, which does not go all the way to the bottom of the bag, it goes about to right there, so about 3/4 of the way down. There's a little Coach care tag, and that is also lined in fabric. Then on the front of the bag, there's a pocket that has a snap in the middle. Nice big generous size pocket. It appears to be about the same size as the zipped pocket. Other than that, there's no organization, and it's just one big hole. The closure, I have heard about these closures before. I've seen them in videos such as Winnie B. LV's videos, but I have, because she has a Cashin bag like this. Not like this, but similar in other ways. And they have this little flap here that has a round magnet, and it's supposed to attach to this little round magnet here, but it's not very strong. It'll stay closed like this, but already it's come undone for me quite a bit, so don't count on that for anything. Otherwise, the bag is just open, which I have never minded. Having a tote that has an opening, I actually prefer that to having a zipper. To me, the zippers just get in the way, but a lot of people prefer a zipper. If anyone's interested in really detailed stuff, the thread on this bag is it's not white, but it's a little off-white. It certainly contrasts with the bag. And then it is glazed on these edges around here. Now, I just took a picture of the story patch inside so that I can read it to you, because it's too hard to try to get into the bag. It's much easier if you get a picture. It says, "This is a Coach Cashin carry tote. It is crafted to last. A re-edition of an archival design from 1988. Or does it say 68? It's hard to tell. Its iconic silhouette was inspired by shopping bags on the streets of New York. That's why it looks like a shopping bag. Didn't I did a video last year, year before, about how we were being duped into buying shopping bags made of leather and being charged an astronomical amount of money for them, and that's exactly what it was. I was right again. For me, these straps are certainly not long enough to go over my shoulder there, but you could certainly hand carry, and you could carry it on the crook of your arm until it gets too heavy and these tiny little thin straps start digging into you. The better way to wear it is going to be with this shoulder strap. It came on the middle length. Oh, and look at this. Here's something really nice about this strap that not every strap has, and why won't it come undone? What is happening here? And you would think that every strap would, especially if it's a luxury bag, but no, that does not always happen. The holes that the little thing goes in, they have metal grommets on them, so the leather won't stretch out. And of course, Coach puts these little things on there to keep the end, I was about to say of your leash, that's not correct, of your strap in place so it doesn't go flopping about. So here is the shoulder length, and of course you could add a different strap if you want something shorter or something more colorful or whatever you might like. But that's how it looks at the shoulder length, and at this length I could carry it crossbody. Actually, that's the length I would carry it. I wouldn't make it any longer. So there you go, that would be perfect for me. I love it. And just in case this matters to you, this bag and all of the other Cashin totes, all of them, not all of them, all the New York City ones at least, are on both the women's and the men's sides of the Coach store. I mean on the Coach website. I haven't been into a store to see if they have these in my store. I would be surprised if they did. And just for kicks, even though that length works the best for me, I'm going to put this on the very longest length so you can get an idea of how long it is. I found with my Coach Rogue tote, it's like the 39 tote that was part of the men's line from the Basquiat collection from the boutique. The strap that came with it was way too long for me to be able to use even crossbody, even on the shortest length. So apparently when they have men in mind, they do the straps extra long. Here's the bag on the longest length. That's not bad for me either. That's really not too low. I could still reach in and get to the bottom of the bag just fine. But I do think I prefer it at the highest length. This would be good if you have a heavy coat. It gives you enough room for that. And that, my friends, is my designer Runway bag. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope it was helpful in case you're thinking about getting one of these totes. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.